Okay, but like I say, I like to change it up. It's pretty much the same principle, but just change it up slightly. So the first thing I want to do, especially because it's so cold outside and we haven't done anything for a number of days, is we're going to do an actual physical warm-up. Now, again, if you want to, you can walk this through, but it's one of the things that I heard a long time ago, was just to truly stretch and let your muscles react. You need to get your heart rate up to 100, depends how fit you are, 130, 140, 150, but into that red zone, so then your muscles. Ta-da. Hello, sir. Can you hear me okay? That's fine. Fantastic. Okay, he's in. No worries, we'll start. Okay, so each exercise is just 30 seconds, and they're all exercises to then get warmed up. So I'll show you the sort of cardiovascular version, and I'll show you the standard version. Most of you should be pretty aware of it anyway. Okay, so the first exercise is either squat jacks or just squats, but the idea is you're trying to move now to get your heart rate up. Okay, so it's as fast and as hard as you can for 30 seconds. Just blast it out. Okay, ready, and in 3, 2, 1, and go for it. Okay, rest. And what we're going to do is we're going to do running, but we're not going to do running forward because it's not going to open up my hips. What we're going to do is we're going to run side to side. So I know it looks silly, but you don't see me on the camera, okay? So it's all good. Ready, go for it. Right now, so get these up. Now we're going to do spider lunges. Okay, so from side to side, just to warm the hips. Okay, ready, and go first. And the very last one, so it should be nice and warm. You're just lifting the foot up to the opposite hand, okay? Ready, and go. Okay, and rest. My heart was at 130. It's pretty good. Okay, so we're nice and warm. What we're going to continue warming up, but in a more relaxed manner. Okay, so time to get your back back. So take your feet out wide to the player squat. And we're just going to do 10. Okay, so down. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to bring your legs in for the yoga squat. So sit as deep as you can. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take the legs out wide again. We're going to do is lean from side to side. Okay? Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now bring your hands down to the floor and walk your hands from side to side, okay? 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then sit into a Cossack lunge. First one on the balls of your toe, balls of your feet. Okay, so you gotta do this with hands down or hands up, totally up to you. Okay, you're trying to keep your hips as low to the floor as you can. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're going to stand up. This time, we're going to try and keep that one leg, the bent leg, keep that foot flat to the floor. Okay, so you're sitting into it as low as you can. Okay, go from one side, 1, coming up, over the other side. 2, 3, 4. The wider your legs go, the lower you can go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, you can use a wall if you like, but we're going to start to dynamically stretch the legs in. So if you want to put your hand on the wall, that's fine. What we're going to do is we'll do side stretch kicks, just 10 of them, okay? Ready, doesn't matter which leg, but lifting up and down, okay? Ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another leg, ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we're going to do, I'll show you from the front, we're trying to do as big of a circle as you can with your straight leg. This is what I guess you call a hook kick, but it is a straight leg hook kick, okay? Again, use the wall if you need to, okay? Ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, try and keep the legs straight if you can, 8, 9, 10. His legs, ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As for every section, we're going to finish on an outer hip sort of release. Okay, so again, number of ways you can do this. You have your hand on the wall, but basically legs crossed, hands to elbows to shin, hold on to your shin, fingertips to the floor, palms to the floor. Okay, so wherever you are, that's great. Just try and lean into that hip. If you've got yoga blocks, this will be where you might want to use them. 1. Okay, come up. And switch leg. Down. Okay, great. So we're thoroughly warm now. Okay, muscle should be on fire. This is my go-to taking yoga poses to help with my front split. So again, if you want to grab a block or a pad, please feel free. Okay. So basically we're going to do 3 rounds of this, okay? It's warrior 1, wide-legged forward fold, warrior 1 the other side. We just go back and forth 3 levels, okay? So I'll take you through it. So let's face, it doesn't matter which way you go, as long as you can still see me. Okay, so the idea is you're trying to get this front leg as close to 90 degrees as you are. You open up this hip here, so keep your body upright. And then we're going to put our arm down and lean over. Now we're going to straighten the legs, and we're going to fold deeply. Now, on this first one, I'm just going hands to the floor, but wherever you are, it's fantastic. Now use your core and your hips to lift you up, and turn to the other side. So again, get this as close to 90 degrees as you can, and put your extended side angle. Just think back to the wall. And come up. And again, fall forward. If you feel your legs going wider, that's fantastic. Get hands to the floor. Okay, level 2 now. Now, if that was intense for you, you can always stay there. But if okay now, from the blocker on the floor, we're going to be in your warrior 2, and bring your hand down to the inside of the leg. Don't force it. You can put your fingertips down, or just hover there. And use your core to come up. I'm going to fold forward. This time for me, there's another level. I'm going to try and get my forearms to the floor. If you can't get your forearms to the floor, it's fine. I'll do a block, whatever. But just trying to bend a little bit deeper now. Come up. And the other side. Okay, so again, either do the extended side angle or hand to the inside leg. Come on up, both legs straight. Come on up. Okay, and then the last one, we go to the 2 previous, but the hardest one for me anyway is taking my hand on the outside of the leg. That's the lowest I go. Now on this fold now, I'm going to take my leg out to as far as possible to try and get my head curved over. Again, wherever you are, that's where you are. Okay, bring the legs in slightly as you turn to the other side. And take your hand out. Come up, and again, fold forward. Okay, and come up. Now, obviously, we could do a lot more with the yoga, but I got so much other stuff to do. It's hard to, this sort of stuff is actually harder for us to fit into 45 minutes, okay? So what we're going to do, this is like a little mini test for you with what's called lizard pose, okay? I only found out the name of this very recently. So you have one leg forward, one leg back, okay? And it's basically like a couple of stages. So, stage number 1 is, can you straighten your leg and bring both hands to the floor? If you can't, always bring your hands to a block. So that's level 1 of this drill. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try and get our forearms down, either to the floor or the block. Okay, and now final stage that I know of anyway is trying to get your head to the floor. And come up and switch sides. So again, level 1, hands to the floor. Try and keep our back leg as straight as you can, and hips as low as you can to the floor. Level 2 is when we try and get our forearms to the floor. Now, I remember a couple of years ago not being able to do this at all. So don't worry about it at all. And the final one, head to the floor. And come on up. So we're going to come now straight to the floor stretches. And these are going to be a bit intense. So at any time you need to rest, come out, do a different stretch. That's fine. But again, one of the things is that maybe you can only hold these positions for 10 seconds. So you're working up to hold them for 20 seconds. And when you can hold them for a minute comfortably without pain, you know you get more flexible. Does this make sense? Yeah? So we want to strengthen as we go out. So basically, we're going to go from frog pose to straddle pose. I'm just going to show you a bunch of variations, okay? So, frog pose number 1. Make sure the knees are in line and the heels are out. Okay, so for frog pose number 1, all we're going to do is we're going to rock forward, push the hips as far forward as you can, and push them as far back as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, come on, that. Now, the next one is you're going to take your straddle out as wide as you can, and you're going to just turn your toes back as far as you can while sitting up. Evan, if your back is rounding, don't be afraid to sit on a block. Does that make sense? Yeah? And we're basically going to chill out here for a minute. So the idea is just trying to sit in this position. For most of you sitting here will be quite uncomfortable. So just trying to sit and relax. Really try and pull those toes back to the room. If you feel that you want to edge forward, you can, but don't let those toes come forward. And what we're doing is we're actively engaging the legs while they sit in this stretch. So another sort of 20 seconds. That's 10. Okay, come out. Now we're going to go back into the frog pose. And this time, you could be on your hand, but I'm going to go down my forearms. And what I'm going to do is I'm trying to walk my forearms across, and I'm trying to connect my elbow with my knee. Okay, then I go to the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. Go back to your straddle. Okay, so this time, what we're going to do is we're going to point the toes back, and as they come forward, we're going to try and tip our body forward. So we're just going to go forward and back 10 times. Okay, so toes are facing back, and rock forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one of this, because I don't quite start to hurt now. Okay, so I'll give you 2 options. The one option is to thread your arm in your frog pose. Thread your arm under like this. Okay, and then we should do one side and the side. That's the easier 2 options. Here's one that's quite intense. Put the pad behind me, and I try and sit on it and come up. Sit on it and come up. Okay, you might need 2 pads, you might need 3 pads. Doesn't matter, but it's something about, and you have your hands on there as well. But there's something about that idea of sitting your hips back onto something that starts to open up your hips in a very unique way. And again, I could not do this a year ago, 6 months ago. Okay, so it's one of these things that takes a long time, but it's good. It's important to measure. Okay, so let's have a go. So I will thread the needle. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jen, did I tell you a story about the DVD I bought from Canada?
No.
I'll tell you that after class. Just say horse riding stance and I'll explain it to you. No. It all comes together. I just don't want to lose the flow of this because if I start talking, people can. Now this last one, it feels a bit silly doing. This toe's going backwards and this toe's going forward. And I reach for this toe and try and pull it backwards. But this toe is trying to go as forward as possible. Okay, that makes sense. We're just going to go side to side. 1, 2, and really try and turn your legs over. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I know a lot of you won't be here yet, but there's this feeling of rolling into your box splits. That's not how I do box splits, but just what I thought I'd mention it here. Okay, so just have a go. Where are you with your hands forward? Can you get your hands forward? This is level 1. Forearms is level 2. This is like a little side one. Level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, and chest to the floor is level 7. I'm not quite there tonight. But sometimes when I'm really warm, chest to the foot, and then I can kind of roll into it. Okay, so we've done a lot of inner hip work now. So we need to do some TLC. So we're going to do a pigeon stretch now. Okay, so I'll turn this way. Okay, now with the pigeon, remember you can have your legs straight, or you can have it bent. You need to be able to sit over your hips. What I like to do is these push-ups, or sometimes called good mornings, over your front leg. Okay, so you're just going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And fall forward. And twist to one side. Twist to the other side. Okay, come over to the other side. Okay, so push it over the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and go forward. Twist to one side. And twist to the other side. Okay, and come up. So this is the new bit, which I can't do when there's like 12 people here, but with 5 people here, I can do. And that's, you know, sometimes you do like a circuit with workouts or a circuit with sparring. This is a circuit with stretching, okay? Now, if you don't want to do any of these stretches, you can miss them out, okay? Because some of them are a bit extreme. Okay, right. Evan, if you come up to the top of the room, you can have one of the relaxing stretches, okay? So this is Evan's. We'll all move around, so again, go to everyone. All you do for a whole minute is you place your hips close there, you come up to the wall, and you sit in butterfly stretch. That's all it is. Okay, so that's yours. Okay. Right, so I've done this before. So Evan, just watch these others because you'll be coming out now. So if you come around and you have this before, start with your foot here. You must make your legs straight. That's most important. Now, when I bring my leg down, there's a crease in my foot, so I get half a foot closer. So then I lean in, and my leg will automatically go further up the wall. Further up the wall, yeah. And also, it's a good idea to tense each leg for 5 seconds. When you get your maximum, just keep it that. But you're going to level, like this is at level 9. There's all great, so you can measure that as well. So this one is one of the extreme ones you might not want to do. It's fantastic. You sometimes do this with socks on, so you can slide, but the gym floor is bigger. So you're out in horse run stance, you slide out, and then pushing into the ball, you try and bring your legs in. That's one of the ones that you might not want to do. Okay? And over here. So Adam, if you take that one, and then Chris, if you come right here, you've got a similar one to Evan. If you're going to be against the wall, your legs are going to go out and in, out and in. Okay, so that's a relaxing one. And then, Tim, if you come with me, this one, if it's too high for you, you could make it lower. But it's like the pigeon stretch, but it's an elevated pigeon stretch. Oh, okay. So you lay your leg here, and your knee, you can fold forward like that. And again, when yeah, and what you can do to make it more extreme is just straighten your leg out. Fold more forward. So you do 30 seconds, 30 seconds. And this is my little contraption. You see me use this all the time. But basically, you wrap it around your feet. Show you quickly. And again, if you don't want to do it, it's fine. You can do it without the straps. We basically just make circles. So you can do this one without the straps if you want. Feel like a bit scared of them. But that's it, okay? So each activity will be a minute. Where I put the remote? Here it is. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, 1 minute for you, Jen, it would be 30 seconds and change, okay? Right. So this is where it's a bit different. So I'm just going to put the camera around here so everyone can see. Hopefully you guys can see everything. There's 3 people, I will move it later. So Tim, start change leg now, okay? And again, with my one here, it is 30 seconds one direction, and 30 seconds another direction. And what you can do is push your knees into the wall. Yeah. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Move on to the left. That's it. That's it. Everett, you come down here. I don't the other ones. Okay, and you begin. So Kirsty and Evan get ready to change. Kirsty change legs, Evan change direction. Good noises.
Oh, this is a nice car.
Come to stretching, Evan. Good for you.
It'll be fun, Evan. Haroon will be there. Nothing bad will happen.
Where is he?
Okay, and switch.
Stuck.
Okay, and go for it. And it's okay. Everyone's your friend. Okay, change direction, change leg. That's it, isn't it? Okay, change. All right, so. Okay, I'm beginning.
Wait. Like why?
Now, do you want to do this first? Where are you going? Okay, so to change legs, in case you change direction. Okay, change. More stations to go. Hey, so there go. So as you bring your legs in, try and keep your hips low.
All right.
So what you do is you engage in your hips more. And switch direction. And okay, switch, last station. This one. Angle. And then switch leg, start to change direction. It's okay, it's no problem at all. He missed the call again because he was dancing. Couldn't stop himself. Okay, and come in. Only one more bit of torture, then we're done. Okay, so this has got a fancy name. You might see it online. They call it hyperbolic, but it's just PNF. Okay, so this is the PNF stretching, and this one is pretty consistently helps me out a lot. Again, if you want to miss out any of it, we're going to do it 5 times. After the 3rd time, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Just stop, okay? Because 3 is fine. But basically, when I saw this hyperbolic program, the only difference between PNF is I would always do these rounds for 3 repetitions, and they would go like, no, 5. It makes sense. More reps, better for you. So again, you take your leg out. And all you do is you squeeze your, so that's it, one knee bent and one leg straight. Sit nice and tall and just squeeze your legs together, okay? So squeeze, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now relax. Now turn your toe up. And what I like to do is lean slightly towards that leg and just squeeze the leg through the floor so the hamstrings engage. Okay? So squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, just so I remember I'm doing 5, I then go down to a block. And you let your legs slide out a bit if it's feeling okay to you. Okay? So again, squeeze together for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now without raising up, turn that toe over and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Now I'm going to continue to get lower. Okay, I'm going down onto my hands now. Okay, but if you're like, this is fine for me, stay where you are. Okay, and squeeze. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, without lifting up your hands, try and turn that foot over and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll the toe back. I'm going to come down to my forearms and squeeze again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you need to come up on your hands, that's fine. But I'm going to try and keep my forearms on the floor and turn my toe over and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you might want to lean on a block, but I'm going to lean my whole body weight on the floor and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down in like a hurdle stretch and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do all those on the other side. There's nothing complicated about it at all. It's just your legs feel, even though we've done all that stretching before, your legs feel like jelly after doing this little bit. Okay, so again, start at the top and squeeze. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn the toe up. And this first one, lean slightly towards the leg and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands down. Oh, almost forgot it. Turn the block. It's only so I remember it's 5. And let your legs go a little bit if they're feeling like they can. And squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn the toes up. And squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn the toes back. Turn onto your hands. And squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And turn the toe over. Keep those hands on the floor. And squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn the toe back. Down onto your forearms. And squeeze. Ready. 1, 2, 4, 5. And then turn the toes up and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to take my chest all the way down to the floor as low as it can go. And squeeze. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to come back over into my hurdle stretch and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So there are a number of ways for you to get into your box split. Okay. I'm going to show you a bunch. You've got to work out what's best for you. Okay. So some of you got blocks, some of you got pads. I will show you a way. Now, what you need is a consistent way of measuring. So don't measure with one thing one day and then measure with something else the other day. Okay. So again, if you're not very flexible, you just go out here and sit on the thing. Yeah, doesn't matter how high it is, you're there, and then you go, right, well, that was okay. Chuck one away. That's it. Does this make sense? Yeah? Okay, so that is one way of doing it. So if anyone wants to do that way, that's fine. Obviously, if you're more flexible, you get the blocks then. Okay. So keep moving, guys. Grab pads and objects that you want. If I just show you the other way. Okay, so again, you can start off like here. Okay, so grab pads. There's 3 shields. You grab those out.
I'm gonna take the shield.
Let's take a shield. Take 3 shields. That's fine. But so try and have something you can actually rest your weight on. That's the other thing about it as well. Is you actually want to be able to rest your weight. So grab some shields if you want. It's totally fine. So I'm trying to come down. Okay. That's there. Down. It's there. Because just sitting on something, it forces you to momentarily relax because you're like, oh, I'm sitting down. This is not so bad. Okay. So that is one way of getting into your splits. Okay. That's probably the best way for you when you're a long way off the splits. Because again, you've got something that's measurable, and you know, like 5 pads today, when you're on 4 pads, I've made improvement. Okay. I'm trying to think of which first. The other way, this is the way I don't like doing it, but I have seen it done, and that's rolling into your split. So again, you can use whatever you're sat on, your shield or whatever, put it against the wall. So if I show you now, so I'm sitting on the pad, so I'm elevated a bit. My legs are as far as possible. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to rock forward into my split. So I'm trying to come up, and then back down. Trying to come up. Now I don't like that way, okay? But again, that's another way to do it, where people like to get into your splits. So you sat on something, and you sat with the toes up. So good thing is to be against the wall. So if you lean against the wave rider there, that's it, lean against the wall. So yeah, just sit on that. That's perfect. And then like rock yourself forward onto your hands. That's it. See that?
Yeah.
And that's slowly just waking your hips up. Okay. Right. Okay. Third and final method. This is my way now that I like. Okay, and it works for me. But you might not like it. Okay. And this is super old school. So the old way is take your legs out with no safety net, yeah, and squeeze like we were doing earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then use the muscles in your legs to bring it back in. Okay. Now, this is the reason why I like this one. It forces me that my legs are strong as I'm going out. Does that make sense? So I'm not going to pull anything. Okay. So then you go out again. A little bit further and squeeze. Then try and bring them up. And for me, it's 3rd time's a charm. Okay. So I'm going to go down now. And sit. I can't come back up. But there you go. So that is how I get into my box splits. Okay. But again, it started with the first one, and then I did the rocking one, and that's my 3rd and final one. Okay. Now your legs will be absolutely dead tomorrow, which is why I don't do this kind of stretching session every class.
Saying it tastes blood.
Okay. That's the poster. You'll taste blood. Oh, your money back. All right. Okay. But guys, do you want to have a photo of your progress?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see if you made progress. Once look at 3 minutes ago, I think the same angle. That's much further. Much further. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay.
No, there's nothing good with it.
Well, that's what the jack is it. You will see. And after, so you can there we go. Whatever.
Yeah, I was 45 minutes of my life.
Oh, the first time I did one of Wing Kai's 45 minutes, I was crying. Because he said this. He said you wear ankle weights, yeah, but don't do it unless you're ready. And I was like, I'm ready. I'm tired. Had his ankle weights on. Did that whole session with ankle weights on. I was just like, I just crying. Absolutely crying the first session.
Sounds like a good way out from the measuring unit.
Yeah.
Doing it a long time. Is get yourself in the centre of the mat.
Yeah.
You work equally
Yeah.
both sides of it, and you can see quickly where your feet are to the end of the mat now.
Yeah.
And you can measure yourself up to. I'm just right on the end of the mat.
Thanks for joining us, buddy. Take care.
If you want a quick measure,